Embark on a surreal journey through time. Delve deep into the realms of the uncanny, the peculiar, and the overlooked. These 25 enthralling glimpses from history challenge our understanding, guiding us through the eerie and astonishing passageways of yesteryears. Number 1. The Pig War between U.S. and British Empire, 1859. In the chronicles of historical skirmishes, one is especially notable for its unusual genesis and largely peaceful conclusion: the Pig War of 1859. This peculiar impasse arose between the United States and the British Empire, and, as the moniker indicates, a single pig ignited the hostilities. Cutler proposed a settlement, but his offer was declined, amplifying the tension. Both British and American forces were mobilized, and the islands hovered on the edge of conflict. Astoundingly, despite the military buildup, the lone casualty of the Pig War was the eponymous pig. The Pig War stands as a whimsical yet profound illustration of how trivial events can amplify into global confrontations. It underscores the criticality of diplomacy and amicable solutions in averting potential crises. Number 2. Pykrete, the secret weapon of World War II. World War II served as a crucible for myriad scientific and technological breakthroughs. Among the various avant-garde endeavors, one substance is especially striking due to its daring nature and uniqueness: pykrete. Christened after its developer, Geoffrey Pyke, pykrete is a blend of wood pulp and ice. Pyke, an innovative British mind, suggested its application in fabricating unsinkable aircraft carriers under Project Habakkuk. The vision encompassed creating buoyant platforms, ideal as aircraft launch bases, thus providing a tactical edge in naval confrontations against the Axis. Alas, despite its potential and extensive R&D dedication, pykrete never transitioned into real-world wartime utility. The endeavor was abandoned, deemed exorbitant and logistically intricate. The war pivoted towards leveraging conventional aircraft carriers. While pykrete's brilliance was overshadowed during World War II, it etches an intriguing chapter in the annals of the conflict. It epitomizes the zenith of human creativity, especially under pressing conditions. Number 3. First color television broadcast, 1951. Envision a universe where every screen showcases grayscale visuals, devoid of the vivid spectrum of reds, blues, greens, and yellows. Such was the norm until 1951, when the inaugural color television transmission infused American households with radiant colors. The pioneering feat was achieved by the Columbia Broadcasting System, CBS. The corporation had been dabbling with color televisions since the 1940s. By 1950, the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, sanctioned the CBS color system, laying the groundwork for this monumental broadcast. However, the genuine surge in color television's popularity emerged in the mid-1960s, championed by RCA and NBC's compatible color system. Nonetheless, CBS's 1951 watershed moment in broadcasting remains an iconic milestone, heralding a vivid and immersive spectatorship. It offered a tantalizing peek into the future, heralding the chromatic extravaganza that characterizes our contemporary televisual experiences. Number 4. The London Beer Flood, 1814. On October 17, 1814, the St. Giles district of London bore witness to an unprecedented calamity, an immense deluge of beer inundating the streets, wreaking havoc in its path. This wasn't some fantastical lore, but the somber aftermath of the London Beer Flood. The disaster's epicenter was the Mew Company Brewery on Tottenham Court Road. A reservoir containing an astounding 135,000 gallons of beer ruptured, setting off a chain reaction. The resultant pressure destabilized adjacent vats, disgorging an additional 323,000 gallons into the vicinity. While the London Beer Flood's narrative might seem whimsical, its tragic actuality underscores the grim realities of life in the 19th century London slums. This incident remains a curious yet somber chapter in London's illustrious past. Number 5. Pluto's non-planet verdict, 2006. On August 24, 2006, a seismic declaration reverberated across the globe. The International Astronomical Union, IAU, reclassified the parameters defining a planet. Consequently, Pluto was rebranded from a planet to a dwarf planet. This contentious verdict was the culmination of prolonged academic discourse. The unearthing of Eris, a celestial entity in the Kuiper Belt exceeding Pluto in dimensions, instigated a reevaluation of planetary definitions. IAU's final criteria posited that for celestial classification as a planet, the entity must orbit the Sun, exhibit a spherical form, and have a clear orbital path. Pluto's failure to satisfy the latter criterion led to its demotion. Regardless of its revised status, Pluto remains an enigmatic celestial entity in our cosmos. Its reclassification embodies the ever-evolving, inquisitive spirit of scientific exploration. Number 6. The Dancing Plague of 1518. In July 1518, Strasbourg, then a part of the Holy Roman Empire, experienced an event so bewildering it remains legendary. A woman named Frau Trophia began dancing fervently in the streets. Her relentless energy persisted day and night for nearly a week. Initially a lone display, it soon transformed into a grotesque spectacle with hundreds joining. This became known as the Dancing Plague of 1518, where individuals danced until they were overcome with exhaustion or, in some cases, met their deaths. Strangely, there was no music, no festivities. People seemed to dance uncontrollably, almost as if possessed. Various theories suggest causes ranging from ergotism, a condition resulting from consuming fungus-infected rye that triggers hallucinations, to mass hysteria spurred by the severe famine and disease prevalent at the time. Yet the Dancing Plague of 1518 remains a mystery, echoing the unpredictable and sometimes unfathomable episodes from our past. Number 7. Einstein's office at Princeton, hours after his death. Albert Einstein, celebrated as one of the most brilliant minds in history, devoted the last 20 years of his life to Princeton's Institute for Advanced Study in New Jersey. Situated in Fuld Hall, his office became emblematic of his unending quest for understanding and unwavering commitment to science. Merely hours after Einstein's demise on April 18, 1955, Life magazine's Ralph Morse photographed his office, capturing it just as Einstein had left it. The image, portraying scribbled chalkboards, paper piles, books, and even Einstein's pipe, offers a profound testament to his intellectual legacy. It's a suspended moment, a reflection of the relentless curiosity that drove one of the brightest minds our world has known. Number 8. P.T. Barnum's Fiji Mermaid Hoax. Venture into the mid-19th century and encounter P.T. Barnum, the consummate entertainer known for his penchant for the wondrous. Among Barnum's numerous marvels, the Fiji Mermaid captured attention with its unique blend of craftiness and audacity. In 1842, Barnum unveiled an exhibition purporting to display a genuine mermaid. He saturated the public with adverts detailing a gorgeous fish-tailed creature, complete with captivating illustrations. Crowds thronged to Barnum's American Museum in New York City, anticipating this miracle. The Fiji Mermaid hoax embodies P.T. Barnum's genius in entertainment. Moreover, it reminds us of humanity's vulnerability to deception, especially when dazzled with the prospect of the unimaginable. Number 9. The Smiling Victorian Mourner. Explore the eerie yet captivating custom of Victorian post-mortem photography. Among these snapshots, the smiling Victorian mourner stands distinct. During the Victorian age, emerging photographic techniques were costly, making it a luxury for many families. Ironically, the death of a loved one often became the event that warranted a family photograph. Commonly, the deceased were posed as if living, encircled by their bereaved kin. The smiling mourner offers a vivid contrast to the typical gravitas of Victorian mourning rituals. This image underscores the multifaceted human reactions to bereavement. It offers insight into the Victorian sentiments on death, grief, and remembrance. Number 10. The Great Emu War of 1932. Envision a vast, desolate landscape, bullets piercing the air, a ragtag battalion chasing an improbable foe, emus. While it seems fantastical, the Great Emu War was as factual as it was bizarre. In the 1930s, Australia found itself tangled in an unforeseen skirmish. The foe, swarms of emus, the provocation, ruined crops. The Campion region of Australia had beckoned World War I veterans with promises of fertile lands. Yet, no one predicted the annual emu migration, a quest for water and sustenance, which led them directly to these cultivated fields. The Great Emu War endures as a whimsical, slightly embarrassing chapter in Australian lore. A peculiar conflict, it accentuates the unforeseen and occasionally downright bizarre tales from history. Number 11. Selling X-ray specs, 1949. In 1949, a distinctive product graced the American market, claiming to bestow users with X-ray vision. Marketed primarily through comic books and novelty catalogs, this product was none other than the famed X-ray specs. Promoted mainly to inquisitive children and teens, these specs purportedly enabled users to peer through solid items, clothing, and even flesh. Naturally, such an assertion was mere fancy. The specs employed a basic optical illusion, feathered edges that produced a hazy, dual image, simulating the illusion of transparency. Though the X-ray specs fell short of providing genuine X-ray sight, they ascended as a cultural emblem, a nod to marketing's prowess and a jest to our communal longing for superhero skills. To this day, they resonate as a quintessential fragment of 20th century pop culture, an endearing artifact from an era that envisioned a future where dreams could materialize. Number 12. The hippo called Hubert, Cincinnati's unexpected resident. It might seem far-fetched to encounter a hippopotamus in Cincinnati, Ohio, but for a spell, that was reality. Enter Hubert, a mature Nile hippopotamus who turned into an unforeseen local sensation. Yet Hubert's acclaim wasn't restricted to his habitat. His escapades, including a memorable instance where he roamed freely around the zoo, frequently made newspaper headlines. Hubert's tenure at the Cincinnati Zoo persisted until his passing in 1954. His demise marked a chapter's end, but his legend endured. Today, Hubert symbolizes the zoo, and his story is immortalized in children's tales and keepsakes. Number 13. Women boxing on a roof, 1930s. In 1930s America, the notion of female boxers was scarcely mainstream. The sport's female enthusiasts faced societal reservations, deeming it unsuitable for women. Yet a singular photo from this epoch stands in defiance. The shot, captured by H. Armstrong Roberts, showcases two women in swimwear engaging in a rooftop boxing match, cheered on by a crowd. Their visages exude determination. Though official acknowledgement of women's boxing would come later, images like this shed light on an overshadowed facet of women's sports history. It's an ode to the indomitable spirit of those who challenged conventions, setting a precedent for posterity. Number 14. Mellified man, ancient mummy confection. Historical medicinal practices harbor a trove of peculiarities, with the mellified man ranking among the oddest. Cited in 16th century Chinese writings, notably Li Shizhen's Bencao Gangmu, this method was believed to originate from ancient Arabia. The narrative describes a voluntary elder, subsisting solely on honey. Gradually, he'd exude honey through sweat, excretions, and secretions, turning into a living hive. Post-mortem, his corpse would be sealed in a honey-filled casket, maturing for a century. Allegedly, this yielded a therapeutic delicacy, a mummified human candy, accredited with mending fractures and promoting longevity. Though unsettling, the mellified man offers a captivating insight into bygone medical convictions, underscoring humanity's unceasing quest for wellness and agelessness. Number 15. The Radium Girls of the 1920s. In the early 20th century, radium emerged as a miraculous find. This luminous element was heralded as revolutionary, with applications spanning from watch dials to health elixirs. Integral to its use were the Radium Girls, young women engaged to adorn watch dials with radium-laced paint. Given the task's intricacy, they frequently used their lips to sharpen brushes, inadvertently consuming radium in the process. Many manifested grave ailments, including fractures, anemia, and the infamous radium jaw. The saga of the Radium Girls exemplifies the perils of unchecked technological advancement. Their narrative, filled with corporate oversight and adverse health repercussions, is a tribute to those brave enough to demand justice, setting pivotal benchmarks in occupational health and safety. Number 16. Dr. Linda Hazard's fasting treatment. In the annals of historical health practices, Dr. Linda Hazard's fasting treatment stands out as deeply controversial. Often referred to as the fasting specialist, Dr. Hazard was a self-proclaimed doctor in the early 20th century. She advocated a radical form of healing she termed therapeutic fasting. Her belief was that the body could heal itself through extended periods of fasting, and she often subjected her patients to extremely limited diets. She argued that this method would purify the body of diseases, promoting vitality and longevity. However, her practices often led to severe malnutrition and, in some cases, death. Dr. Hazard's journey serves as a chilling narrative of medical malpractice. It underscores the potential dangers of unchecked and scientifically unverified health regimens, emphasizing the necessity of thorough medical supervision and patient welfare. Number 17. The Carrington Event of 1859. In 1859, the Carrington Event became one of the most notable solar storms in history. It was named after Richard Carrington, a British astronomer who was the first to observe the event on September 1st and 2, 1859. Carrington spotted a group of massive sunspots erupting with intense brightness, indicative of a potent solar flare. The subsequent geomagnetic storm reached Earth within hours, causing significant disturbances. Telegraph systems across Europe and North America malfunctioned, with operators observing sparks emanating from their devices. Some even ignited telegraph papers. Simultaneously, breathtaking auroras painted the skies, visible as far south as the Caribbean. In our current tech-dependent era, a solar storm of the Carrington Event's intensity would wreak havoc, affecting power grids, satellite communications, and digital infrastructures. It stands as a testament to Earth's susceptibility to celestial events, underlining the significance of monitoring solar activities and establishing safeguards against such potential upheavals. Number 18. The Delivery of the Statue of Liberty, 1885. In the annals of pivotal American historical moments, the delivery of the Statue of Liberty holds a unique place. This majestic symbol of freedom and democracy was welcomed to American shores from France on June 17, 1885, aboard the French frigate Isère. Constructing the massive statue was a significant undertaking. Over 4 months, Lady Liberty was reassembled on Bedloe's Island, now Liberty Island, in New York Harbor. With a height of 305 feet from its base to torch, the finished statue was a testament to engineering brilliance and artistic prowess. Today, the Statue of Liberty is among America's most emblematic landmarks. The statue's arrival remains a distinctive historical chapter, symbolizing international camaraderie and the timeless values of freedom and democracy. Number 19. Boston's Great Molasses Flood, 1919, January 15, 1919, witnessed one of history's most unusual tragedies in Boston's North End, a colossal molasses flood. A storage tank at the Purity Distilling Company, brimming with over 2 million gallons of molasses, ruptured. A 25-foot-high tidal wave of molasses rushed through the streets at an estimated 35 miles per hour. This tragic incident, dubbed the Great Molasses Flood, took 21 lives, injured 150 people, and wreaked substantial destruction. Infrastructure was uprooted, and molasses trapped people, horses, and vehicles. This peculiar yet tragic episode in American history serves as a poignant reminder of industrial oversight's potential perils and the necessity of safety protocols and regulations to shield communities from such calamities. Number 20. The Iceman, Ötzi's discovery in 1991. In 1991, trekkers climbing the Ötztal Alps on the Austria-Italy border made an astonishing find: a man's mummified remains encased in ice. This ancient individual, dubbed Ötzi the Iceman, was found to be over 5,300 years old, cementing his status as Europe's oldest known natural human mummy. Ötzi's remarkable preservation offered an unparalleled peek into Copper Age existence. His apparel, tools, and weapons granted invaluable insights into his era's technology and style. Equally captivating were the revelations about Ötzi's health and nutrition. From his last meal to his arteries' indications of heart disease, Ötzi's discovery ranks among the 20th century's most essential archaeological finds. His preservation serves as a reminder that history can endure even in the most challenging environments, awaiting its moment to share its narrative. The collapse of the Tacoma Narrows Bridge in Washington state on November 7, 1940, remains an influential lesson in engineering history. Inaugurated merely a few months prior in July, this suspension bridge was the world's third longest of its kind. However, due to its oscillation in windy conditions, it soon garnered the moniker Galloping Gertie. Mercifully, the sole fatality was a dog stranded in an abandoned car on the bridge. The incident instigated a comprehensive reassessment of bridge design and engineering standards. It became a seminal case study in aeroelastic flutter, a phenomenon resulting from the interplay between the bridge's natural frequency and aerodynamic wind forces. The Tacoma Narrows Bridge's failure underscores the necessity for meticulous engineering research and design. It emphasizes the importance of recognizing and preparing for all potential environmental factors in construction, a lesson that still echoes in contemporary engineering endeavors. Number 22. The live TV suicide of Christine Chubbuck, 1974. In a deeply shocking moment in television history, news reporter Christine Chubbuck took her own life during a live broadcast on July 15, 1974. Stationed at the local TV station, WXLT-TV in Sarasota, Florida, Chubbuck battled privately with depression and loneliness, all while portraying a professional demeanor. On that tragic day, during the morning talk show Suncoast Digest, Chubbuck deviated from the script. After covering a few news segments, she announced, "In keeping with Channel 40's policy of bringing you the latest in blood and guts and in living color, you are going to see another first, an attempted suicide." She then produced a revolver and shot herself on air. Chubbuck's heart-rending act served as a potent reminder of the hidden struggles many face with mental health. It stimulated discussions about media's role in reporting such incidents and underscored the importance of mental health awareness and support within professional settings. Number 23. The unusual pet, Topsy the elephant. At the dawn of the 20th century, Topsy the elephant became a notable figure in America, but not for heartwarming reasons. Imported to the U.S. as a young calf, she was later associated with the Four-Paw Circus. As she matured, Topsy became notorious as a problem elephant due to several aggressive encounters, some leading to human fatalities. Her tragic legacy climaxed when she was transferred to Coney Island's Sea Lion Park, soon rebranded as Luna Park. After another deadly incident, a decision was made to euthanize Topsy. The initial idea was to hang her, but due to interventions by the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, electrocution was chosen. Topsy's tale underscores the often dark history of animals in entertainment. It stands as a testament to society's evolving stance on animal welfare and rights. Number 24. The Popsicle Invention by Frank Epperson, 1905. A beloved summertime treat, the popsicle has a rather unexpected genesis. In 1905, an 11-year-old boy named Frank Epperson inadvertently created the popsicle. He started making these frozen treats for friends and family, originally naming them Epsicles. By 1923, now an adult with his own children, he sought a patent for his icy creation. His children, who affectionately called the treat Pops-sicle, influenced its rebranding to the now globally recognized name, Popsicle. The popsicle's transformation from a boy's unintended invention to a global favorite epitomizes the essence of ingenuity and chance. It sweetly underscores that the most uncomplicated concepts can yield immense delight. Number 25. Rise of Video Games, The Magnavox Odyssey, 1972. In the vast panorama of video gaming, the Magnavox Odyssey holds a distinctive place as the vanguard of consoles. Released in 1972, the Odyssey was the inaugural commercial home video game console, laying the foundation for a booming industry. Its sales, although modest with roughly 330,000 units in its life cycle, heralded a new era. The Odyssey set the stage for subsequent consoles, ranging from the Atari 2600 to the PlayStation 5. It highlighted the allure of video games as household entertainment and ignited a continuous evolution in the sector. The Odyssey's legacy is a tribute to the wonders of innovation and creativity. It reminds us of the remarkable journey of interactive entertainment and remains a beacon for visionaries in the gaming domain. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.